Good morning, everyone. I have just done my first PT session of, well, since my surgery, which was obviously gentle and took it very, very carefully. Obviously, I briefed my PT and just said, obviously, can't do any upper body, but we can do a bit of cardio and maybe like a little bit of lower body as well. So I'm feeling extra good this morning. Unfortunately, a certain sausage, this is one thing that I've realised, Barkley had figured out how to open the gate. I think I told you this before. And he devoured 3 bowls of cat food whilst I was in the garden. And he had a punami in the night, didn't you? Big punami. Very, very big punami. You look very happy with yourself. You're starting to look like a proper sausage dog now. The proper schnoot. Yes, you. But I also, it's been a few times where he's pushed the gate open and I've come back and Porter is sat there like a good boy, like mummy. I know I'm not allowed to go out of here, so I waited like a good boy. However, yesterday when I came in, I don't think he heard me come in the door. And so as I came round the corner, I caught him coming back into the gate and sitting behind the gate like he must have done on all those previous times. So acting like he's not done anything, but very much done something. Honestly, they are such funny animals. And together they are just adorable. They honestly make me laugh so much. They're so happy together now, like they really just cuddle up and love each other so much. I've got their new lead, which I ordered this from Amazon, which I'm really, really impressed with the quality of this. It's really beautiful leather, double lead. I'm gonna see how we go with it, but basically I was having this issue. I was obviously holding both their leads, and sometimes when they get into like a tangle or whatever, I would drop one of the leads because I thought I had hold of it, and I realised it's quite dangerous if I was ever by a road. So I wanted to just have one strong lead, 2 little clips, so I know that I've got hold of both of them. So we're gonna see how we go with this today. We're gonna test drive it. I got it from Amazon. Honestly, I feel like all of my best purchases at the moment are from Amazon. Like, genuinely makes me very happy that I'm finding all of these things that are just very convenient. Like my water bottle, absolutely game-changing. Like yesterday, I drank 3 litres of water because it was always cold. I've cracked the code to me drinking more water again. I used to be so good, and sadly, I've not been that good. But I'm gonna get myself layered up. It looks like it's not the brightest morning, but we deal with what we have in this country. Some days will be better than others, and this is probably a bit of a meh one. And I have a busy day on my own at the house today, which is lovely. I love having it when it's just kind of like no interruptions, which is, no interruptions except for my stomach, apparently. What else did I have to tell you? Oh gosh. I started thinking about my TikTok recently, like a couple of weeks ago. I'm like still sort of brainstorming what it is, but I've got to be honest, like I find I have a real love-hate relationship with the platform, and I think I've spoken about it on here before, but like some of the content that is like served to you on there is so disturbing and distressing. It's like I struggle with like being on the platform, and I don't understand how kids, like maybe I'm just being served a lot of really bad stuff, but I don't engage with any of it, and I swipe off so quickly. But I don't know, I'm at a bit of a crossroad with it, because I know that it's important, but it's just, I wish it was a little bit like safer for sensitive souls like myself. Anyway, I'm gonna get my layers on and go and get outside, because it is Project Health Kick. Again, I know I spoke about this in my last video about how I was feeling about myself and just generally like getting my mind in the right space again with exercise, because I was definitely noticing that I was feeling quite sluggish and not so like firing on all cylinders. I'm going to take my vitamins. Who are you looking at? Gorgeous boy, Porty. As you can see, alfalfa sprouts are taking on a mind of their own this morning, but off. Oh, I wish Barkley would stop eating poo. It'd be really lovely. He's like, yummy. But we are heading back to the house now Looks like the sun is trying to like burn through the clouds, so we might end up with a nice day. But at the moment, I'm going to stop being British and talking about the weather so much. Well, this is absolutely game-changing. And I think if I persevere, Barkley will get used to moving at Porter's pace a little bit more as he gets bigger, but it's working so well. Well done, boys. So much less faff. Very, very moody skies this morning. Apologies if you can hear the wind. But had a little bit of rain on the walk today. Not the spring weather we would hope for. A little bit soggy. Are you ready for some food? You ready? You're hungry, Portaline. Goodness me. It's not like you to make noises. Who is most excited? Who is most excited? Good boys. Barkley, no. I have to do that every single morning because he sort of like finishes his and goes, oh, Porter's got loads left, because Porter is such a distinguished gentleman that he gets out his knife and fork. He likes to take his time and chew his food, whereas Barkley will lick the bowl clean. Good boys. I am dressed like it's summer outside, and it is absolutely not. I can hear the wind blowing an absolute gale, but I'm just wearing this floaty, not tight and not cinched in at the waist dress, and feeling somewhat like a new person, really. And I probably will never stop going on about this, because genuinely I can't get over the feeling that I have of just feeling like I have a normal looking body again. Just lovely, really, really lovely. And in fact, I spoke to my neighbour this morning when I was on a dog walk. She stopped when she was on her way to work, and we were just talking about it, and she was just so lovely about it as well. I am getting rather excited for our holiday, which is literally months away, by the way, but I am excited because even though this particular holiday we're like invited by the resort for some of it, we've actually tacked on a holiday to the end of it, because this is one of those places where it's kind of like a dream come true, and so we didn't want to limit our time there basically, and kind of wanted to make a proper experience out of it. And I know I often say this when I'm like, oh, we're going to go on holiday, and then I end up working the whole time. We are trying to structure it so that doesn't happen, because I don't want this to be one of those holidays where subconsciously I'm telling you guys, oh, it's a holiday, it's a holiday, it's a holiday, and then I come back and I'm like exhausted, because even though it's a holiday, I've worked the entire time that I'm there. So I've called it a holiday, which is totally misleading for you guys, and then I've worked and then I come back and I'm like, oh, I need some downtime. It's like, no, we are not doing that. We are ensuring that minimal work will happen, and if it is, it's during our first sort of bit of the stay, and then we'll have some much needed switching off time, which everyone needs. It's not a forthright whether you're busy or whether you work really hard or whether you don't. Everyone just needs to switch off, and I feel like we're almost like programmed into explaining that I need to switch off, but in actual fact, like, there's no justification for needing to switch off. Something that I notice I've done in the past, like, oh, I need to tell you that I'm busy so that I justify when I'm like taking time to myself, which is just not the case. But one of my favorite things to do is to shop on Instagram. Like, I genuinely feel like Instagram's adverts are like exemplary when it comes to introducing me to new brands and new like styles and stores and things like that. And I have actually done a huge like Instagram haul, but only one of the things has arrived, like one of the boxes, and there's actually a few boxes, has arrived from one store. So I thought that I would get into it. It's the first one to arrive, so I'll probably do another video later down the line, but this one I'm too excited about. And it's actually a really lovely place to shop. It's called Louise Boutique, and I just found that, do you know, I think some of you have sent me their dresses a couple of times as well in like Instagram direct message. As always, I was interrupted by the front door and Porter barking, but this boutique has a lovely story, which I just think is so
Like, I think it's important that I share it because, I don't know, it made me feel warm and fuzzy when I was reading it. But it was started by a mother and daughter duo, and basically everything, like every element of their design process to stock process to manufacturing process is centered around sustainability. They use as much cut-offs as possible. They use beautiful materials like cotton and linen and rami and things like that. And is it Rami or Rami? Rami or Rami? One of those eternal questions. In fact, I've got a little bit of information that I can tell you because I just think that they worded this so beautifully that me trying to do it justice. A small fashion brand started by a mother and daughter bringing luxury fashion at a more affordable price point. Our pieces are flirty and feminine and confident and carefree, timeless and wearable. Everything that I want to do is timeless and wearable. It's so funny, someone said to me the other day about my Valentino Rockstars, they're like basic girl shoes. And I was like, that is a mind frame. All I see is classic, and that's so interesting. And I love that their sort of ethos centers around that as well. We value slow fashion, our staff and our planet. Sustainability is inbuilt. We create carefully conscious collections which are not trend-led. Answer to my prayers. Our designs are at home in your wardrobe, in your best friend's wardrobe, now, in a year, in a decade. Pieces to wear again and again. Collections to make memories, like literally heirloom pieces. I just love this. We craft our designs in the very best fabrics. Our manufacturers ensure minimum waste. We work closely with our suppliers, ensuring we only produce as many pieces as we need. Wherever possible, we choose natural, durable and organic fibres such as hemp, rami, cotton and linen. Our focus will always be on quality over quantity. I loved that, and I thought that so many of you would love that as well. So I wanted to get into this one first with you because this is a very exciting first holiday. Can you believe how excited I am? I bet everyone is excited about holidays this year as well, because without mentioning the big C, it's been a while. Oh, and also before I get into these, I also have a discount code which is Lydia15. And that will get you an extra 15% off as well. Oh, there are so many beautiful pieces in here that I ordered. I'm very, very excited. Can you see that colour? Oh my goodness, when I saw this, you just knew. You knew it was for me. Probably doesn't look much there, but basically it's a beautiful, look at the fabric, so light and airy. It's kind of got an earthy green tone to it. Then it's obviously going to be cinched in at the waist. Because something like this, if I wasn't to cinch this in, I'd probably feel a bit floofy. But lots of lovely tiers and ruffles. There's sage, there's olive, there's so many beautiful tones in this. I'm going to pop a little try on here for when I talk you through each of the pieces. But I love the branding as well. It's so cute and feminine, and I just think, oh, this is going to be so lovely. And also because the fabrics are all lovely and natural, they're going to be perfect for when I'm in the heat. It's got a little waist tie here as well, which is very, very cute. Pop that in there. So this is the first green dress on, and it just excites me so much to introduce you to brands as beautiful as this, because genuinely, I feel like this is such a gorgeous holiday dress. It's so light and flowy, but still has so much intrigue and detail to it. And this is what it's all about for me, is being able to introduce you to brands that maybe you might not have heard of or discovered yet, and elevate small businesses using my platform. I spoke about this earlier on in the year, and it was really something that I wanted to do more of, because in all honesty, it's the thing that really fills up my cup and makes me feel so happy. And with a brand that is just centered around so much beautiful stuff, I think this is just blooming lovely. So I really hope that you like these. This just feels so cute and so exactly what they say. It's flirty, feminine, but I still feel really elegant in it, and I think that that's so important. Just feeling elegant and well put together is something that I really, really like. So I've teamed it with some Hermes slides and my Celine beach bag, because I don't know what it is. This makes me think of the perfect holiday, and it did when I saw it on the website. So I was like, instantly, I want to take that away with me because it's all of the tones that I love. So I will link everything in the description box down below, and you can see some little cutaways to the side here. But yeah, it's an absolute keeper in my mind. I love it. Oh my gosh, the quality of this is just stunning. Wow. Oh, I love this. Even the design is absolutely genius. I was looking at this thinking this is too big. So this is a type of, you know how I love the sort of tie shoulder dresses, usually in white as well because they're incredibly classic. But this is one with a difference. So no matter what size bust or chest you are, you can adjust this so that it fits you perfectly. One of the problems I had with my old chest was that things would be very, very tight and uncomfortable across them. So I can imagine that there are other women with the same issues, and that is bloomin' genius. I'm gonna get this steamed. Because these are all such beautiful fabrics, I always think that steaming them just sets them on fire, so I'm gonna get those steamed as well. Okay, first and foremost, this dress is genius, okay? I'll pop the cutaways to the side, but so you can wear this like 2 different ways basically. You can wear it loose and just relaxed and comfortable, and definitely something that I feel much more comfortable doing now. But you can also, this is the genius part, it's got another 2 ties that I missed when I was unboxing it, and you just pull them and it cinches in under the bust. It gives sort of like almost a Bridgerton Empire waist, but it is absolutely perfect. This is probably how I would feel most comfortable styling it, but it does mean that if you do want to wear the waist a different sort of height, like not an empire, you can drop it down just by undoing this, which I think is brilliant. Obviously, you can adjust the back with these 2 straps as well, so that you can keep it nice and tight around your bust if you want to, and it can be adjustable for other busts as well. I just think this is so sweet. I've gone for it with the slides again because this to me is the ultimate beach dress. Like, this is throw on with a cute little basket bag, cute scarf, and you are laughing, in my opinion. And this is insane quality. Like, the weight of this fabric is absolutely beautiful. I am so, so impressed with this. Oh, come on, dear. And then we are in box number 2. Oh, I loved this. This has such like Grecian goddess vibes in the most, this is like my favorite fabric for a white dress. It's almost like a cotton poplin, absolutely stunning. And it's a plunging neckline, so it's going to be a bit of a moment for me. I'm going to see how I feel, but I wanted to sort of not challenge myself, but see if I could feel comfortable in things that I've never, it's going to make me emotional, but I'm going to see if it's going to make me feel comfortable in things that I've never felt comfortable in, basically. This is beautiful and backless as well. Who knows? I've still obviously got a chest, so I may not feel comfortable, but I just wanted to wear all of the things that I feel like I haven't worn for such a long time. This is a lovely like maxi ankle length, so perfect with sliders. It's an easy throw on over a bikini as well, so lovely classic white piece there. Okay, I'm trying really hard not to get emotional, and I don't really know why I'm getting emotional, but I honestly so stupid. I honestly thought I was going to put this on and be like, no. Because for so long I've actually just not been able to like to wear anything down to there. First of all, I just would have felt I spent ages doing my makeup this morning. Ugh. I actually that's so fun. Not swearing, blooming ridiculous. But I honestly, I thought I was going, like, I pulled it out and I was like, wow, Lydia. But in my head, I was like, wow, Lydia, you're really pushing the boat out with that one. And I just feel so comfortable. Like, I feel so nice. And I just feel like there's nothing detracting, like no bulging thing detracting from that. And it's very lovely. And I absolutely love this dress so much. Like the back of this is just, oh my gosh, it's so easy to wear. This is just the perfect dress. I'm so happy. I think this is the one that I'm most excited to wear, and I think that it's probably, like, it's so simple in its design, but yeah, I'm genuinely the most excited to wear this one, and I'm going to stop talking now because I feel amazing and it's making me want to cry even more. So yeah, anyway, I love it. It's my favourite. You can really feel the quality as well. I think that that's the thing that, sorry guys, but I've just seen more green. Oh my gosh, these are so beautiful. This must be the slip that goes underneath. Like, this was, do you know what? For a garden party. Oh, look at this. Beautiful, delicate, floral detailing. Nothing too floral, but lots of ruffles. This is perfect with the accessories that I love, those classic accessories for this time of year. And this will look lovely as well with flats or heels. It's my dream kind of dress, if that makes sense. The kind of dress that you can just put on and it does all of the talking for you. I'm not someone who like layers up a lot of basics. I like dresses that just do it all for me, and then I get to wear the same accessories. I'm really kind of editing down my accessories at the moment. I've actually like cleared a lot of my shelves and sold a lot of handbags because I don't want to have lots and lots of handbags anymore. I just want to have a few like edited ones. Same with shoes. Like, shoes are a little bit different because I feel like you can have a bit of fun with shoes. You can go flirty, strappy, closed toe. So there's a lot more possibilities, but I still want to keep them very edited and concise. And so it's dresses like this that really set my wardrobe alight, and not that we want to do that, but they set it on fire. They really give it life. It's probably a better analogy, but really love that. I have now composed myself. Apologies. But this dress is just too adorable. This would make such a lovely like summer wedding guest dress. I wore something similar in like a sort of pinky backless number, but I love the ruffles on this, the colour. There's just the right amount of like blouson in the sleeve, which I love. There's covered buttons. It's got a lovely high neck, which is what I'm definitely most used to. It's got a lovely little slip that comes with it as well, that just sets off the print a little bit. Perfect for with my gorgeous Chanel bag, which I think is just the perfect kind of option for a smart but summery like basket bag option. And then, as you can see, I am currently dressed in blue, so oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Another gorgeous, gorgeous blue, tastefully ruffled dress. This gives me Erdem vibes, like really beautiful, delicate ruffles to the cap sleeves, ruffles around the like front sort of bibbed area, completely backless with a beautiful bow and a nice length as well, and a tie waist, so you can cinch it in if you would like to. Oh, let's get trying these on. Steaming, I'm gonna get them steamed. Okay, I actually don't know which dress is my favorite, this or the plunging white one. I feel so beautiful, it's unbelievable. Oh, the back of this is so wonderful. And I also think, which is something that I learned in summertime, although this may open up discussion in the comments, but does this have enough blue on it to justify it for a wedding? Because I went to a wedding and I always thought that you weren't allowed to wear anything white, but actually it seems like maybe it's like more common nowadays, and maybe I was a little bit old school. But I would love to wear this to a wedding. I think it's really lovely. I think that I'd want to wear it anywhere, to brunch. Imagine this with cute white sneakers as well. Oh, so cute. And this will look lovely on holiday. I've popped a pop of morange with it because I love this colour in summertime. I've got matching Maylee shoes from Jimmy Choo, which are one of the best as well. A great timeless and elegant shoe as well. And also a little heel. But yeah, I love this. I love the ruffles. I love the backless. Do you know who this would look lovely on as well? This would look lovely on Carrie with her new like beautiful blonde hair and her colouring with a lovely bright red lipstick on her. Oh my gosh, this would look so nice. Oh. Yeah, I'm just in love. I don't know which one's my favourite. You have to let me know which one you liked the most in the comments down below, and just remember that you can shop everything in the description box as well. I am just taking a break from filming reels upstairs. I think I filmed about 4 today, reels and TikTok, but I've just taken delivery of our KBK. This is a subscription service, I think, that Ali and I pay for. It's basically like really good quality, freshly made lunches, basically. Excuse me, you two. They've not been that good the last 2 weeks because there hasn't been anything that I like, and the one drawback of it is that you can't select what it is that you want. So what Ali does is he lets me go and select the ones that I want, and then he has the other one. So he's not here, so I get the pick of the bunch again. This is really nice. I've had this before: roast turkey, penne pasta, and spinach and basil sauce. Sweet and sour chicken. There's a lot in this one that I actually do like, so that is actually really good. It's usually Ali that does it, but you basically set your dietary requirements. So I think that each of these are 600 calories, and basically this has combated us snacking in the middle of the day. And I know it doesn't look like it. I know whenever like a blogger says, or a YouTuber or content creator, whatever you call us, says that they're busy, it never looks like we're busy. I always feel ridiculous when I say it, but creating content takes longer than I think anyone really anticipates. And so when I've been upstairs now filming and whatever, I'm starving and I've not bothered to eat anything yet, and it's like 2 o'clock, and so I'm really hungry. It's so easy for me to go to the fridge, grab a tub of hummus and grab a packet of crisps, and that's not healthy and it's not good for me, and I actually get really lethargic from things like that. So this is the best way that we have found to have like nutritious, healthy meals within our kind of like health requirements, and it's working well. We've got quite a few of our friends onto it as well, but it's got its drawbacks. It's not perfect, but the food is for the most part delicious. And also one of the things I would say is if I have a pasta dish and it comes without cheese on it, doesn't work for me. I will always add something. If I feel like the dish is missing it, I will add it, because I know that probably seems ridiculous, but I am only on this earth for a short amount of time, and I don't ever want to look back and think I should have had the cheese on my pasta. Okay, I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. No, so I'm gonna choose my lunch. I'm gonna have some lunch, and then I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do some editing and probably snuggle with my boys for a few minutes as well. So I went for the beef and rice and bean sprouts. I can't actually remember what it was supposed to be. It comes with a sauce, and generally I love the ones that come with the sauces because it just kind of makes it a little bit more nice. I'm gonna get myself a proper knife. The other thing that has changed the game for me has been my new water bottle from Amazon. I'm gonna shove that in the bin as well. I am drinking so much more than I ever was before. Come with me, let's sit at the table like distinguished people. I am drinking so much more water. It's honestly unbelievable. It's made me so happy because I'm feeling so much more energized. Like, water makes such a difference to me energetically. The only thing that I want to do is, obviously I take my hair burst vitamins and I take my chewable like probiotic and my sleep one. I want to get one for energy. I did once buy, I think I bought Simprove, and I could never get past the taste. As we know, I'm quite a taste driven person. So I'm on the hunt for like an energy focused vitamin, probably that's obviously not to swallow, unless it's like soluble. Yeah, one that like focuses on energy. Kind of, I don't know whether Barocca is the best. I used to take Barocca all the time. Who knows? If you've got any suggestions, let me know. Just really want to focus on my energy levels at the moment, because I'm obviously working like so hard in every area that I want to make sure that my energy is like back on point, especially now that I've like recovered from surgery for the most part. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna have my lunch. Time to get some work done. Well, some sit-down work anyway. Goodness me. I had to buy a new plug-in charger for my laptop, because the other one, every time I plug it in, goes zzz, and you know when something makes that noise and you're like, nope. Today is not my my day to go, okay? It is not my day to go. We minimise the risk by getting a new one. Like, what an unnecessary little bag. Just didn't need to be in there. And I have finished work for the day. Well, work as in work. Now I have some organising and tidying to do in the house, but I'm having dinner, which is my second KBK of the day. And obviously this is pasta, so we have cheese. Cheese is going to bring this dish alive because I'm sorry, like I said, it's not happening without cheese. Speaking of KBK, I've just gone to dispose of the ice packs that come in it. And it actually says that you can empty these safely down the sink or in household waste, but also emptying the gel around plants will help them absorb nutrients and retain moisture. Interesting. I probably wouldn't put it around my veggies, but maybe I would put it around some of the flowers because I'm not going to eat those, and you just never know with these things. But I've got a few packs of them, so I think tomorrow when I get back from the shoot, I am going to take these out with me and empty them around some plants when I check on the garden when I get back. I would say it's definitely time to get into some snugglies, and I'm going to put on my silicone plasters. These things are fascinating, okay, because I ordered them on Amazon and I am putting them on my just my little scars. At the moment I'm not putting them on my underboob scars because I'm not supposed to put them on until it's been 6 weeks. Also, I don't really want to look at them yet, but I put them on and I woke up this morning thinking that they would still be stuck there, and they've disintegrated, they're gone. They're just all gone. I thought maybe one of them had come off or something. No, all 6 of them disappeared, soaked into the skin, and I couldn't believe it. But anyway, I'm going to get into my cozies. But I've had such a productive day. You know when you have such a productive day? One of the things that I've realised is that my 6:30 a.m. PT classes are so imperative to my routine. They are so imperative to me getting up early and getting everything done. And I'm just, literally, my head is so much less foggy. I'm firing on all cylinders, and I'm going to be making some lists for what I'm going to do for the rest of the week as well. Also, excitingly, you may remember I had a call with Alitex a few months ago now. Was it a few weeks? I think it was a few months ago. We were talking about just adding a few little bits to my greenhouse, like my vine wires and some grow lights and things like that. And I think they're supposed to be coming this week to fit those little bits. So I'm feeling very, very lucky for this because obviously I'm Alitex's biggest fan because I've literally gone and bought their greenhouse. But yeah, I'm really excited for them to come and do this, and also just to start stringing up my vines and my cucumbers and everything just working really, really well. So I need to double check what day they're coming, but that is very, very exciting for me anyway. It might not be exciting for you, but it's exciting for me. But time for some cozies. I'm going to put on a fresh set of Intimissimi pajamas and probably a snuggly dressing gown. I think I might light the fire, seeing as it's me, the boys and Lumi this evening, so yeah. Right, I'm just putting the sausages and the Bengal to bed. The Bengal comes to bed with me. I popped on the navy Intimissimi pajamas, which I thought were quite lovely, and a big cozy dressing gown. But something very lovely arrived for me, and I wanted to show you it because if anyone is on the hunt for big candles that smell of basil, that come in green pots like this, I have the one for you. That is beautiful. So this is a brand called Wax Classic, and I believe it's a Greek brand, so I don't even know if you can get this in the UK, but this massive candle is 75 euros, which is, I actually think, really quite a good price. It's still not as big as the Jo Malone ones, but it is big, and it's green, and it has basil in it. The pot makes me very, very happy, and the smell even better. It's almost got a certain, it gives me sort of basil, but if Diptyque did it. It's a classy basil. It's not quite so earthy as some of my other candles have smelled, which I really like as a different take on it. It's really nice.
Really nice, like a Parisian basil. I love it. Oh, all of these spring candles. I've got spring candle nuts. But also, before I go to bed, there was one thing I wanted to say that I realised, well, I thought that it was just a pretty generic comment, but I said in my last video about whoever gets this house after us is going to be really lucky because we've just like put really good quality stuff into it. And generally I meant for that is like, obviously we don't live forever. As much as I wish I would, I don't live forever. And so obviously one day this house will probably belong to somebody else, and so that person will benefit. But in reality, being perfectly like open and honest with you, I don't know if we will stay here forever. That doesn't mean we'll necessarily like sell the house, but just with the whole like offices in the house thing, it's so funny when we were at our old house, because I was like, all I wanted was just an office. And we knew that we wanted an annex, but obviously we tried to buy a house with an annex and it didn't happen. And then we fell in love with this place. We were like, oh, we'll be fine because we've got the office downstairs and it's like separate to the house. And in reality, like we've obviously had ideas and thoughts in terms of planning. It's probably unlikely, and it's just, yeah, so we do know what we need, and I think that there will come a time when we need more hands on deck in terms of like the business. Like even now I've got more people than I ever imagined I would have. I always thought it would just be me and Carrie. And so it's really important for me, A, that there's that team like community. Like I don't have the girls in the house, yes Lumi, we're coming, I'm coming to bed. I don't have the girls in the house all the time, which is nice, but I do still think it's really important to have those days where we're all kind of like together. Shush, I'm coming. I promise I'm coming. And I just think that an external office like elsewhere would never work, because we're constantly shuffling things around in terms of like things in my life, because my life is obviously my work. An office like externally to the house but still here is ideal. So yeah. All I'm saying is that I guess I've learned that when you move somewhere and you're like, oh my God, this is my forever home, you maybe don't realise how much you can change and grow and what you might need. So it's just one of those things, isn't it? But we'll see. We just don't know. And it won't be for like years if it is the case, unfortunately. Like we just, yeah. We have things that that just stop us from doing it at the moment. But generally that is just... I was speaking quite flippantly and not thinking people would pick up on it in that way, but being completely open and honest with you, like it could happen. And that's just something that we have like accepted, that that's like the way that it is. And I have to put someone to bed, but that's generally what I meant by it. So I hope I didn't shock any of you. Bless you, you're sort of like, oh my God, you can't sell this house. And it's like, hopefully that won't be the case. Like hopefully that will not be the case and we won't have to sell. But it's just, you know, when you're in that place where you're like, oh my gosh, like I love living here so much. If we moved anywhere, it would have to be very, very special. We've even spoken to people and we've said like this, if we were to start looking, it would take us years to find the right, I know my love, I promise I'm coming to bed now. It would take us years to find somewhere that rivaled this, because like I've always said, the magic of this place is the location, and I know that I couldn't live anywhere as magical as this. So like that's just me being like the way that I am, if you know what I mean. You know, like how I'm just so enamored by like nature and stuff like that, and I feel like I'm in this like different world here, and it makes me feel so happy. And so that's kind of what I mean by that. It's not me being like I could never live anywhere else. Literally, our old house, nothing like this. So of course I could live elsewhere, but I'm just saying that if we were gonna move, it would have to be what Linky said. It would have to be better than this. And I just don't know if that's possible. So my darling, I love you so much. Let's go snuggle in bed. The Queen has spoken. I certainly don't know why we bother having two beds. These two are very, very happy in their big bed together. Little shrimpy number 1 and little shrimpy number 2. Ignore all of the stripes on my face. It is 5 looking very mole-like. I am about to get the base of my hair and makeup done, ready for the shoot. It's just quicker, makes me feel weirdly comfortable. We're shooting gallery today, which usually we shoot gallery after campaign, but we've had like so many changes to the location of this. It's been difficult to get it the normal way round, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. Alex is going to be here shortly to do my makeup, and Carrie will be here. My suitcase down there is packed just with all of like my nude pieces and shoes and accessories and things like that that we might need for shoot day. So yeah, it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a good day. I literally live for this stuff. This is where the things that we design come to life. I'm going to have my coffee, get my hair done, and get hopefully a little bit less mole-like. Okay, makeup is done for the day. We've gone for quite a kind of like corally colour, but really nice and natural. Not too much on the eyes, and just beautiful glowy skin, which I'm really happy about. What I'm not happy about is I've just gone to put on my Karen Millen green linen set and it's shrunk. It now swings around my ankles. I'm gonna have to ask them today if they're gonna get it back in stock, because honestly that has like gutted me. And the blue ones have shrunk as well. Like, I'm devastated. The only ones that haven't been washed yet are the like stone coloured ones, so I'm gonna have to be super careful. I'm adamant that Hallie's put them in the tumble dryer. He's adamant that I've not washed them right, but I know that I always put my linen on a delicate cold wash. I don't know what's happened. So anyway, I'm wearing a different outfit today. I'll show you what I'm wearing. I've got on the Amazon shirt dress and some Jimmy Choo sneakers just to be a little bit relaxed, and then I've got my Birkin 25 which I'm wearing, and then I'm going to take a lovely cardigan to keep me warm. It's probably quite spring-like, but I'm just in the mood and I don't care. So this is the outfit of the day. So we have arrived to the Karen Millen shoot. Just got a little radio in the background, so I apologise, but we're just going to be shooting a few of the next collection for gallery. So I'm going to get my makeup touched up and ready for the day. Honestly, you just can't get the nail technicians nowadays, can you?
You're on one today, aren't you?
I know, and you were worried I was going to be in a bad mood because my trousers. Oh no!
My husband shrunk my trousers.
Oh no!
That was saved my trousers.
Like, you know when you haven't even got to wear them yet, like properly, like you've not got bored of them yet, so you're still like, oh, I can't wait to wear my snazzy pants. And you shrunk them. Did you get them again? No, they sold out on Karen Millen, so I'm hoping that they're going to come back into stock. Yeah.
I mean, you need to stop selling stuff out on Karen Millen, what can we say?
Yeah. Biggest cheerleader over there.
That's nice. That's beautiful.
Nice. Yeah.
Chin off one.
Yeah.
That
one. Yeah.
Look at that.
It literally is my bag.
Look at that profile. Oh, chick.
Yes. Great. Happy, happy, happy. Good, good. Yeah, sure. Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you're loving them up the wall now, see? This is so hot. Yeah,
It's awesome.
The last look mood.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I am now back home. And I'm on my new camera. You stay there, Monsieur Sausage. Honestly, it is a little bit windy this evening and I have a very, very naughty sausage. Basically, my dogs love going into the next door neighbour's garden, and a lot of our gardens are all open up to each other's. Barkley! I can see him truffle snuffling in her garden, and she just doesn't want them in there. But we basically have like all of our gardens open so that the wildlife can like flow, but that also means that the sausage dogs can flow as well. It's a little bit windy, but in exciting news, obviously I've gone from my glamorous photo shoot with Karen Millen back home to simple life Lydia in my garden, but we have our first carrot sprouts coming up. You can just see them there, all in that line. These are Dalesford carrots from my little seed packets, and they've popped up here and they've popped up on the other side as well. So I'm gonna now sow my next lot, but I have to decide how I'm gonna do it because I want to do it all decoratively. I'm also going to check on things in the greenhouse because we did... Oh my goodness, guys, we've got our first mange too. Oh my goodness. This is incredibly exciting. Lots of little mange two sprouts coming up. How exciting is this? Cucumber's doing well. No sign of our courgettes just yet, but I do generally tend to plant them a lot deeper because they need a little bit more depth to them. But I've got an evening of watering my muscari and watering my plants in here, which I think I'm going to find very, very therapeutic, as long as I can get my blooming sausage dogs to come back. Goodness me, I'm going to put some comfy clothes on though and get my hair up on my head and out of the way. But how exciting, the first carrots. The naughtiest sausage dog has returned. Well done. Well done, my kissing sausages. Come on, let's go inside. Come on, let's go get some warmies on. Yes. I am just getting into some comfy casual clothes. I've popped on some Tala leggings, which looks like I've just taken off half of my dry skin on. I always find Tala, like the ones that are like the most, they're like the best for everyday wear. So like, I don't even think she intended them to be the best for everyday wear, but like these are now my go-to for like if I'm wearing with a blazer and a shirt. If you're wondering what leggings I'm wearing, it's these because they're so thick, they're nice and warm, they hold you in, and they're comfortable as well. So today was a bit of a moment for me. Obviously my first photo shoot where I didn't look at myself and think, oh, you look nice, but your boobs don't look good, Lydia. It was like everything that I put on, I was like, this is what I've always wanted, and I'm sorry to keep going on about them. I think it's probably going to be something that I take a little bit of time to get used to, but every day I wake up and the swelling's gone down. Like even my favourite boob is now becoming like the same, like the boobs are becoming the same basically, because this is my favourite one. And every day this one is getting less sore, less swollen, and just settling in. And so I was like wearing tops, and it wasn't like oh, that's a lovely top, but oh my gosh, it doesn't fit over my boobs. Or that's a lovely top, but I'm bursting out of the top of it. It's just, everything just fits. And I just feel so happy. And everyone was like, oh my God, you look so happy. And I'm like, I don't know whether it's linked, but genuinely, I just feel so happy that the damage that I did to my body, like not damage, but like the mistake that I made with my body, I've at least been able to put it right to a certain extent. I wish, like I said, that I just kind of left things alone, but at least now I get a happy ending with it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to put on some warm stuff, some cozy stuff, and it is time for gardening Lydia because we've got a lot of watering to do. You might also notice that Ali is not here. He is on a trip with Aston Martin, and I am incredibly jealous because I'm supposed to be there with him. I was supposed to be with him on his last trip as well, but sadly I haven't been able to go to either. And the Aston Martin trip, obviously I'm missing because I had this shoot today and he left at 7 o'clock this morning, and it didn't align. So sad times, but I'm sure he's gonna have a lovely time. You know how Ali is with his Aston Martins. He's a very big fan, we both are. And I'm really excited for him because he always loves these kinds of like car trips and stuff like that. I really like being driven around in the nice cars.
he enjoys the car trips. So anyway, warm stuff on, take the pups outside again.
Guys, the sun is shining. I don't know what I did to deserve this evening, but I am out here making a mess and throwing some seeds into the beds. I've just thrown another 6 rows of carrots into my bed. I'm really worried I don't have enough space for everything that I want to grow, but I feel like I feel this way every year, and then I check myself later on. But yeah, I've thrown in quite a few rows of carrots in these 2 middle beds. I've got this bed free, I've got some lettuce either side there. Obviously I've got a lot of courgettes that I want to grow. I'm just thinking out loud at the moment. I've also purchased some heirloom tomato seed mix, because even though I don't really eat tomatoes, I think maybe I would if I grew them myself. And my final delivery of aged terracotta pots has arrived from Aurora Home, bittersweetly, sadly, because the amazing Debbie has decided to close Aurora Home. It was sort of like a passion project for her, and then it was like, hold on a minute, I can't actually do this and my job. And I'm just devastated because they just had the best stuff. But I have the pots, luckily enough, so I'm gonna try and grow as many little cucumber and obviously tomatoes maybe. I've obviously got my vines to pot up as well. So yeah, lots to do. Overwhelming. I always find it overwhelming. I'm like, what do I do first? Do you know what I think I'm gonna do? What am I doing this weekend? I know it's my husband's birthday, so I need to make sure that I have some stuff sorted for him. Lots to think about, but also lots of seeds to sow, which should be really lovely. I need to get my parsnips in as well. Definitely need to get them in. One thing I've realised is I find it incredibly hard to vlog when I get home from a shoot, because I'm so like energetically and socially drained that I'm like, I should really pick up the camera and tell them about this, and then I'm like, oh, but I just want to sit quietly and do nothing. So I think what I'm going to do for the next few minutes or few hours is I'm just going to water the plants in the kitchen. I'm probably going to sit down and be quiet, and I might check in with you when I feel maybe a little bit more re-energized.